On Sunday, stunned by the response to her story, she agreed to be interviewed by email. What follows has been condensed and edited. You told The New Yorker that the story was inspired by a nasty encounter online. How long did it take you to write? I wrote the story immediately after the encounter, within a week, and finished the first draft in a matter of days. Once the basic story was complete, I held onto it and tinkered with it for a month or so. Gave it to a few trusted readers and then sent it to my agent. That said, the themes of the story, sex, gender, power, consent, are ones that I've been thinking about and trying to write about for years. It's not autobiographical, though many of the details and emotional notes come from life. They were accumulated over decades, not drawn from a single bad date. You've wanted to be a writer for a long time, but you said you've only really committed in the last 5 years. Was there a catalyst? Yeah. I was at a bar with my friend. I was close to finishing my PhD, and I'd made it through almost the entire process of entering the Foreign Service. I'd had a few beers, and I was talking passionately about how, by becoming a diplomat, I was going to live my second best possible life. It wasn't my absolute dream, but it was pretty great, and trying to be a writer was too risky. And she was like, that seems like a terrible reason to join the Foreign Service. I think you regret this choice on your deathbed. You should write your novel. Quote, so I did. And then there was a government hiring freeze, so I didn't get to join the Foreign Service anyway. And that novel didn't work out either. But by then I was hooked. A lot of writers have difficulty working text messaging and cell phones into stories. Was that a challenge for you? I worried about being boring. Text messages are hard to work into stories because it's not easy to build a scene around someone sitting alone and staring at a phone. I dealt with that by introducing secondary characters for Margot to talk to about the text, the stepdad, Tamara, which both helped keep the scenes from becoming static and felt true to life. What about Robert and Margot's exchange is unique to modern technology? I think conducting the early stages of flirtation via text allows us to control even more of what we present to ourselves to other people, and gives us a lot of space to imagine what kind of person exists on the other side of conversation. And the things we imagine might not always turn out to be accurate. But the gender dynamics, the uncertainty, the fear, that all predates tech. For sure. Every so often Margot gets a flash of action.